Hi everyone, it's Pearson, the science teacher. I want us to look at a certain question that my friend asked me that pertains to particle dynamics. This is advanced physics. Particle dynamics should be year 2 physics. So I want to believe it's going to benefit whoever is doing particle dynamics out there. So let's delve in it. Let's go in it. Alright, so to begin with, particle dynamics is simply the study and analysis of the motion of particles and their behavior, of course, in a given system. Or we can also say this is a study of motion of particles in terms of the force associated to that motion. Yes. Now, the prerequisite in this, the prerequisite knowledge should be we've got to know that velocity is equal to dx dt. So we know first of all that x is actually displacement, and we know that x prime will be our velocity v, and then we also know that x double prime is supposed to be our acceleration. So once we know what this is, then we are okay, and we can say v, or you can replace v with x prime, will be equal to dx over dt. And this is what we are going to use in our question, the first question. Then we also have got to know that then x prime, which is acceleration, will be equal to dv dt. So these formula are going to be very useful in this work that we're going to do now. Okay, so the question reads as follows. This is the question my friend sent me, and it reads as follows. A particle moves in a straight line such that x is equal to 5t squared minus t to the power 3. Determine v, when v, that's velocity. Determine velocity when t is equal to 3 seconds, which is time, and determine acceleration when the time is 2 seconds. So using that prerequisite we've just talked about, using that all knowledge that we looked at, we can easily get to the answers of both A and B. Alright, so solutions. Let's start with A. Let me just show you what it says again. So we are going to get that expression for x that we've been given. So we are going to say x is equal to 5. So this is 5. X is equal to 5 t squared minus t to the power 3. We're going to differentiate this, and so in differentiation we're going to say this x will now be x prime, which is equal to 2 times 5 is going to be 10 t. Then we know that from this we are going to say negative 1 minus 1. So we're going to leave it this way because only 1 t is going to remain. Then we're going to say minus, here there is nothing really, so there is 1. So 3 times that 1, that's going to be 3, then t. Then from this t you're going to say minus 1 again, and we are going to remain with 2. So at this stage we're now going to get our t, which is 3 seconds here, and put it where this t is. So we are going to say our v, which is our x prime, is going to be 10 and 3 here, yes, so 3 across minus 3. Then we are going to have 3 squared up there. So we're saying 3 times 3 3 times 10 is going to give us 30 minus, we can deal with what is in the brackets first, so we can even do this. That's 9, because that's 3 times 3, so it's going to give us 9. 9 times 3, we have so this is actually 30 minus, we know 9 times 3 is 27, so it's saying our x prime is basically equal to 30 minus 27, which is 3 meters per second, since it's what? Since it's velocity that we are looking at. So that's our velocity. Let's proceed to our acceleration. See, I want you to remember what we said here. We said this is actually displacement. When you differentiate displacement, you have the velocity. When you differentiate velocity, you have the acceleration. So now what we are going to do here on acceleration, we're going to use this equation here. We're not going to use this one, because this one is the one we use to differentiate and get this x prime. So now, since we want x double prime, the best one to use is this one. Otherwise, if you start from here, it means you're going to reach this point and again proceed. So just get this point and proceed. So we're going to say from x prime, where we have 10t minus 3 t squared. So yes, so remember, our t this time around, when we're looking at acceleration from the question, is what? Is 2. So wherever t is, we are going to replace it with 2 instead of 3, like we did in question A. So for us to have x double prime, we're going to differentiate this. So this is going to be 10 without a t, because there is a minus 1. There's already 1 here, so 1 minus 1. So we're just going to have that. Then minus 3. Then not minus 3, but minus this times this. That's going to be 6. That's going to be 6t. Then we are going to say this is 2 minus 1. This is 2 minus 1. So we are going to have just a t remaining here. So this is what we are using to calculate our acceleration. So we can say x double prime, which is our acceleration, will be equal to 10 minus 6 multiplied by 2. Our 2, the time that is mentioned here. So I'm going to proceed and say x double prime then, which is our acceleration, will be equal to 10 minus, what is 6 times 2 is 12. So 10 minus 2 is actually negative 2. So x double prime, which is our acceleration, will be equal to negative 2 meters per second square. Right. Now, you can still write this in case you want a question. So that's that for today. Well, if you enjoyed this, more will be coming. You can follow the page. You can WhatsApp the questions. We can have them worked on together.